Welcome back to Local 33 News Today. Your time now is 6:50 on this Thursday morning. We are joined at the desk this morning with a very special guest. We're talking about Baton Rouge Police Chief Murphy Paul. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
Thanks for being with us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
We know there is a lot to talk about and a lot to get in the next 4 minutes, so we want to get right to it. A lot of folks are talking recently about the crime in the capital city. Straight from your mouth, I mean, how would you sum up what's going on in Baton Rouge?
Well, the last few weeks, in particular September, was a little concerning to us because we saw a spike, but overall, crime is down. Specifically, when we talk about violent crime, we released our UCR numbers to the Federal Bureau of Investigation, and we saw a decrease in crime. We had an issue with homicides. At the end of June, we were 33% higher in homicides. But here's what happened. The summer came. And usually the summer is our worst time when it comes to violent crime, particularly homicides. But in the summer months, we actually had a decrease. July 1st, we were 33% up in homicides. By the end of August, we were 13% down. So in that short 2 months, we saw a turnaround. And why is that? It's because the community has been coming forward and doing their part. And we want to thank the community for their help. We wouldn't be recognizing this reduction in crime if it wasn't for the help of the community that we serve.
And speaking of the community helping those anonymous tips, the Crime Stoppers, how has that made a change in what you guys do every day?
Crime Stoppers is getting about 300 to 400 calls a month from our community to help solve these crimes, and they've been a very important partner in helping get the numbers down. And we just want to continue to encourage the community to keep coming forward and helping us, because we cannot do it without the community. And that's where it starts. You know, these crimes, it starts at home.
And we saw that with the most recent murder arrest that you guys made, and the story that, of course, made tragic headlines, but the death of LSU basketball player Wade Sims. An arrest made the next day, which you guys credited a lot to the tips coming in from the community. A question that I had when all of that was going on was, how do you impress to the community the importance of every single life being just as valuable as Wade Sims? Of course, you saw everybody coming out trying to find the person who was responsible for that, but there are so many other victims, so many other families that don't have that name. How do you stress to the community the importance of every life?
We were able to make an arrest because of the community's help. And what we're asking is, look, the response that we had from that horrific incident, if we had that response for every homicide, our clearance rate will be through the roof. Everybody wanted to help, but we need that with every homicide. Every homicide that happens, every crime that happens, we need our community to step forward and to become more responsible and start turning these bad actors in, because that's what it's going to take. When we get the calls, our detectives respond.
Absolutely.
And speaking of the community, I know when you came in, a big thing you were wanting to change was community policing and getting out. Do you think, since y'all have been making those changes, that has helped with the response of people calling in and feeling comfortable to reach out to the police?
I do. I do believe that we are starting and beginning to see improvements in that area, a breakdown in barriers. You know, when we have mothers coming in and giving us information to help solve crimes involving some of their kids, when we see some of the intervention efforts where we have family members who've concerned, who come to us and ask for our assistance to help get a person who's going down the wrong path help, I really see that. And we are involved in community events throughout the city just about every day. We just had the Coffee with the Cop yesterday, where we partnered with Noble. And our officers were out there engaging the community. So we're seeing so many wins, and people are calling. And I say this, in many communities, unfortunately, there's a street code, and it's called Stop Snitching. Well, in Baton Rouge, just stop snitching, just tell the truth, because people are calling us. And that's what it's going to take to stop this violent crime.
We only have about 20 seconds left, so I want you to get this in really quickly. But to the folks who may just be a little wary of the police in their community, what do you say to them?
Our police officers are doing their job. They're doing a great job right now with the resources we have, but we can't do it without your help. We're asking you to continue to call in. A lot of times bad actors communicate their intentions to friends, loved ones. We're saying, if you really love that person, then do your part. You can not only save their lives, but someone else's life as well. So we're asking the community, continue calling and let them know we will never stop listening, because we hear them.
Thank you, Chief Paul, for being with us this morning.
Yes.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with much more Local 33 News Today.